Back in Michigan, the fourth final race of IROC 21. You ride on board with Dale Earnhardt, who is mired back in 9th place right now. The fight for the championship is sitting up there in second, third, and fourth.
And the leader still Randy LaJoie. Took the lead on lap 3, has led every lap since, and continues to sit out in front of the guys vying for the championship.
The view down as the field heads into turn number 3. The red car, Robbie Gordon. The green car, Allinger Jr. The yellow car, Mark Martin. Second, third, and fourth. You got a glimpse for a moment there of what, look, well, there it is again. It's Darrell Waltrip, and he's on the pit road.
And a great battle for, this is Robbie Gordon as he looks back at Al Unser Jr. That is Mark Martin back in 4th spot. We're right alongside the second place car.
Randy LaJoie is the leader of the race. He picked up the lead in the early going and seemed to pull away from the field. Al Unser Jr. and Robbie Gordon both have their work cut out for them. They really must win this thing, while at the same time, something terrible must happen to Mark Martin. He has to fall below 8th place. Otherwise, he will be the champion at the end of this day, and he's looking very strong right now.
There's Alex Zanardi about to be lapped, has been lapped by LaJoie. Now Robbie Gordon goes by.
Back with Mark Martin now. We'll take you all the way around this magnificent Michigan Speedway, riding with Mark Martin as he comes past Zanardi. Zanardi's got some serious problems.
And Mark Martin is letting the car drift up, trying to be very, very easy on those tires.
Wait a minute, let me write it down so I can get on the web and check out what's going on at IROC.
Turn 3, Mark Martin goes in the corner. High, drifts down to the white line. They'll let the car go back out across the racetrack. Counting his money if he can just sit there, stay there in 4th spot. Robbie Gordon, Al Unser Jr. have to lead a lap if they're to beat him, Mark Martin, for the championship.
And Mark Martin is just the man for this kind of job because he is so focused, so self-disciplined, that he would not be enticed by getting up, as you saw a couple of laps ago when Al Unser Jr. came around. Mark just said, no reason at all to go up there and fight it. I know exactly what I need to come out of this race as the champion. Randy LaJoie a full second ahead of the second place car of Robbie Gordon, that red car right now.
And right now, second, third, and fourth, not been contested at all. Robbie Gordon pulling away from Al Unser Jr., who's getting some distance on Mark Martin. But here Martin's problems continue as the field is catching up with him. That's Dale Jarrett. Tommy Kendall, the white car on the inside.
And Jimmy Vassar was the cream-colored car. 17 laps now complete. Alex Zanardi has pulled into the pits. You look from Dale Earnhardt, well in the back of the field.
Earnhardt comes off the corner, closes up, but not able to get a run.
And if Mark Martin can only stay where he is, he has the chance to make history as a 3-time champion of the International Race of Champions. There you see first, now second and third, Robbie Gordon and Al Unser Jr. Well, Alex Zanardi out of the run, now with Jack Arute.
Well, Alex Zanardi's day is over in IROC competition. He already had a cut tire, came onto pit road, had service for that, and now, Alex, the car just wasn't handling.
No, there is a reason. We got a flat right away, and now I think I got another one. I was wondering whether maybe the bodywork is touching the car or something. So, I mean, I'm sorry for the fans, but you know, it's too dangerous to ride with a flat tire.
The tough part for Alex Zanardi is it's been a difficult inaugural year of IROC competition, but your impressions now, despite all of the problems, did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun. I'm just sorry for the mechanics, the boys, and Jay Signore. Gave me a great opportunity. I didn't pay them off really well, but hey, I did my best anyway.
He's not talking about giving them money. Alex Zanardi said, I didn't win for the privilege of driving an IROC. He didn't pay off the mechanic. The payoff was not winning.
Out on the track now, Tommy Kendall on the move. He came around Dale Jarrett just seconds ago. Kendall, who comes out of the SCCA Trans Am Series and is well accustomed to sedans, is looking so strong here and has been throughout his IROC career.
Currently running in 5th spot right behind Mark Martin as we watch Kendall close up on the back of Mark Martin. And he's making a pass going by on the outside. Mark Martin drifting back one more spot.
Again, Mark Martin playing it very careful, though I don't think he wants to drift much further backwards, but still his championship is safe if he can stay up here near the front. At the front right now, it is still Randy LaJoie out of the Busch Series, followed by Robbie Gordon and Al Unser Jr., our two other contenders in the battle for the IROC Championship. We'll have more from Michigan, IROC 21, the 4th and final run. Back at Michigan, 21 laps complete, 50 laps the scheduled distance for this, the 4th and final run of the International Race of Champions, edition number 21. You look back from Robbie Gordon's car. He is beginning now to pick up a bit of momentum. Al Unser Jr. closes in as well as they try to surge toward the front.
And LaJoie still the leader, but as you said, these 2nd and 3rd place cars are getting just a little bit closer.
The smartest thing that they can do, because they have a similar background coming out of an IndyCar history, is get together and at least work with one another until they can force themselves in the lead. That white car is Tom Kendall, who is closing in as well.
You can see that Robbie Gordon has closed the gap between himself and Randy LaJoie. At least has closed in about half the distance.
There's Mark Martin. And Mark Martin is in trouble as Jarrett comes around him. And Dale Jarrett puts Mark Martin one position further back. Now Martin could be in danger.
And we see Earnhardt and Terry Labonte side by side as they follow Jimmy Vasser into the 3rd corner.
Mark Martin, what is so critical for him is finishing at least up in the front of the field. We're coming to a critical juncture too, though, because as Randy LaJoie rolls off laps in the lead, once he rolls off the most, he will pick up 5 points as bonus for leading the most laps. And that really has the effect of subtracting points that Mark Martin could be earning.
That's exactly right. Robbie Gordon, the earlier he can get to the front, the better off he would be. There's Al Unser Jr., the green car on the left, Tommy Kendall, white car on the right.
Oh, Kendall really beginning to work on him now as they come down the backstretch, head into turn 3. Tom Kendall would just love to win one of these IROC events. He has been very close. Could today be that day? They talk about how important an IROC win is to your overall portfolio as a race driver. So now we have completed the halfway point, the 25th lap, 50 miles, and Randy LaJoie continues to dominate this race, though at the moment the 2nd and 3rd place cars, now the 4th place car of Tommy Kendall, are beginning to close on the leader.
Randy LaJoie took the lead on the 3rd lap, has now led 22 laps. And I know Mark Martin right now is sitting back there in about 7th spot, rooting, cheering for LaJoie to stay in front.
But you really have to wonder about Mark Martin. He is focused, he is disciplined. Did he let him go and decide I'll keep that position because I'm safe here, or is he in trouble?
Looks like that Mark Martin's car is going away just a little bit.
Again, at the top of the show, you mentioned tires. Are we at that point?
We are at that point. Exactly. As Tommy Kendall running the high line through the corner, closes up on the back bumper of Al Unser Jr. Yes, if the car, if they're going to have trouble after 25 laps, they will have those problems. The tires will start heating up, and the car, how it's set, will start having trouble with either right front, right rear. But Kendall using the high line to his advantage.
Jay Signori of the IROC and Jim Souter, who's one of the test drivers in the IROC series, both say, though, that if you just get out of the fight a little bit for a while, your tires will come back. They also point out that if you get the car out of the position right behind the car in front of you, that also helps in terms of overall performance.
That is aerodynamics. As you follow these cars, as they block the air and you lose the downforce on the front of your car, then that will affect the handling on these Pontiac Firebirds.
The kart champion Jimmy Vasser has come on to pit road. He is out of this run. Fight continues up toward the front as Robbie Gordon tries to overhaul the leader of the race, Randy LaJoie. Now, what was wrong with Jimmy Vasser? Perhaps Jack Arute can give us those answers. Jack?
Well, Jimmy, what happened?
The handling got a little bit funny on me. Started getting pretty loose. I just want to take a chance to hurt myself for this afternoon. You know, if I was running up front more or less, but you know, we got 500 miles to run here.
Jimmy, what have you learned in IROC competition that maybe you didn't know before you got the bid?
I learned a lot more about drafting, which you don't get too much in Indy cars.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Vasser beginning to worry about his 500-mile kart race a little later this afternoon. Randy LaJoie still the leader.